These boys might say bad words. So proceed with caution.
Top 5 so cliche, top 3's too few, top 10's too many, what the hell we gonna do? Gotta keep it real when it comes to the topics, hope you're all ready. It's time for the top 6, it's time for the top 6, it's time for the top 6.
How are your burgers, you pig?
They were pretty good for April burgers.
I don't know.
Why-
Did you save one?
why
Did
does-
you save one for Daddy?
Hell no, he ain't proud of me. Why would I save him one?
Hey, welcome back to the Top 6 podcast. My name is Dustin Bernard, and as always, I'm here with my lovely younger brothers, Jordan and Chad. Say hello, boys.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Thank you for tuning in once again.
Hello. I said it 3 times.
Hello. I said it 4. So let's go ahead and get started. First off, Twitter. We're getting some action on Twitter at Top 6 Pod. Like to thank some loyal listeners, Carrie Hauver, Nick Labella. Thanks, man. Mike Ventresca. You guys are keeping the ship afloat right now. You know, we wouldn't be able to do it without you guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. And of course, I'd like to thank my lovely research assistant. She'll go nameless for now, but go ahead and follow us at Top 6 Pod and Facebook.com/Top 6 Pod, of course. So we're getting in to the top 6 athletes tonight. We're not splitting it up. We're not going top 6 NFL players, top 6 baseball players. We're going just flat out athletes. And you could take it a couple different ways, can't you, boys?
Yes, you can. You know, I looked up the definition of athlete, and it says a person who is proficient in sports and other forms of physical exercise.
Huh.
So you could take that any way you like.
That's like a
actually.
technical thing. I was looking at it also, going with, the impactful, whether or not you grew up watching them and you just love them, or what they did for the sport they played in, like the impact overall that this player had. Yeah. Or athlete,
Right.
whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I looked up, what makes up a great athlete. I came up with versatility, confidence, focus, coordination, power, strength, agility, having the total package. And I ain't talking about Lex Luger.
All right. Well, I mean, those are good traits. I don't know why you had to look them up. You can just kind of figure that out on your own, I think.
Oh yeah, I did. My list for my research, I had to compile stats. And
Jordy,
impact,
would you agree that there is an X factor, though, that exists as well with athletes? Like that.
I would say, yeah. It depends what X factor you're
delivering
talking
when
like,
it counts, things that aren't necessarily
clutch.
stats.
Yeah, clutch performances. Okay, yeah.
Cultural impact.
Okay.
Bringing more attention to the sport, things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I went with like the whole total package. So I guess you could count, cultural impact, clutchness as part of the total package.
all right. No, I mean, I think it's going to be interesting. So, Jordy, I know, it's been kind of a trend the first 3 episodes that you have to kind of apologize for something said in the previous episode.
You know what? I don't have one this time. So we'll see how this episode goes, and we'll see if any sparks fly and any controversial statements are said. So, yeah, no apology, no statement.
I think you meant it's a trend to start the episode where I answer the trivia question correctly. I think that's what you meant.
Shots fired.
All right.
Chad,
let's just do it.
You're 3 for 3, right?
3 for 3, baby. 3-0.
All right. You're going for the clean 7-game sweep right
That's
now.
right.
Four-game series right here for Chad.
Oh yeah, sweet.
Let's do it.
Bring out the
Bring it.
broom.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
All right, here's this week's trivia question. Who is the first professional athlete to win an Oscar?
Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant.
Chad got it right. I heard him first.
We said it at the same exact time. Do another one.
I heard Chad first. Well, I have a
I would
backup
say
one.
do the
All right.
backup because it's tough. It's tough to know for sure. We don't have replay.
Okay. What year was the infamous O.J. Simpson white Bronco chase?
93.
94.
Chad
Woo!
wins again.
Oh, my
94. Oh, my
Oh,
God.
yeah.
4
I remember
for 4.
it clear as day. I was 1 year old. Oh yeah,
You got quite the
Daddy
memory,
Mark
Chad. Oh, my God.
was in his arms. We were watching the Bronco fly on CNN. I remember it.
Yeah, like 95 million people tuned in to watch that. Domino's pizza sales went through the roof.
That's probably
Chad,
true.
you're up first
Was
again.
Papa John's around then?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think I was at Tom Nasto's house when that was going on.
All right, guess I'm
Anyway,
up.
just go. Jesus Christ.
All right.
Go.
You're up first,
Cool. So
little bro.
I will say my whole list, 1 through 6, I have 2 athletes from sports that I've never played. Okay.
Nerd.
Here's the first one. He is really good at moving around in the substance that makes up 71% of the earth, water. He's got 23 gold medals, and the only bad thing about him is that he remotely looks like Jordy, and that is Michael Phelps.
He's handsome as
Michael
fuck.
Phelps. Okay.
All right.
I remember 2008 watching him dominate in the Cook Shack, our dad's outside bar that he made in the backyard, and just it was unreal. Like the hype was real. So anyway, number 5 is
What's all that background noise?
I don't hear anything.
you're probably chewing.
Chad, do
You
you?
don't even realize it. Yeah, I don't hear anything.
Okay,
It
Chad.
sounds
what's your
like
number
Dusty's research assistant, like shredding papers in the background or something.
She's not in the room. I refuse.
All right. So number 5 has a win-loss record of 303 and 166. He was a World Series co-MVP. He's got 5 Cy Youngs. He's tall as shit, and he's a Hall of Famer called the Big Unit, Randy Johnson.
Ooh,
Whoa.
interesting.
Top 6 athletes of all time, Randy Johnson.
Yeah, baseball is my favorite sport, and I think pitching is it's almost underrated how difficult and like nuanced it is to be great. And I think Randy Johnson not only looks like a freaking outlaw cowboy that you wouldn't want to cross, but he just dominated for such a long time. It was honestly between him and Nolan Ryan, and Nolan Ryan's win-loss record is kind of not great.
Yeah, he played for like 50 years, so he's going to have a lot of losses.
He's not in a movie called Little Big League, and he didn't blow up a bird by throwing a 95-mile-an-hour fastball right through his beak. So those 2 accomplishments landed the Big Unit on my list. All right, number 4. Speaking of baseball, that's only half of why this athlete is great. Biggest thighs in the business, Bo Jackson.
Ooh.
Bo knows.
Bo knows.
All right.
All right, number 3. Okay, so here's where I strayed a little bit from stats. You know, I didn't want to just go stat-based or anything like that. Again, baseball is my favorite sport, but this guy transcended that, and he paved the way not just for baseball players, many of them in the future, but basketball, football, all of it. Jackie Robinson. He went through so much shit, and his impact lasts forever. So
he had a huge cultural impact.
Yeah, and he went through so much
sure.
shit. It's unreal. And I guess he was like, he gave it back later in his career. He couldn't say shit early on, whenever he was getting berated and just knocked around the league. But later on, when I think he might have been a player coach or a coach, I haven't looked into it a lot, but he was vicious. Like, he didn't hold back anymore, and I thought that was pretty neat. I was like, if anyone deserves to be a dick, it's that guy toward the end. But anyway, yeah.
Hey, Chad. Maybe one day we'll all wear 42.
Maybe one day we'll all wear 42.
Pee Wee Reese in the biopic.
Was it?
I think he played the worst position that he could have as well, because people could spike him as much as they wanted to and just say, hey, I was just sliding.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You talking to Pee Wee about Pee Wee Reese?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure old Pee Wee's not the only asshole that did that. So,
yeah, I mean, I think he deserves like everything, all the accolades, everything that he's got. But anyway, all right, number 2. This guy, I don't even know where to start. All right. His record is 50 wins, 6 losses, 2 no contests. He once bit someone's ear. He said he broke his back. He has a classic video game named after him, and he owned a tiger in The Hangover. We're talking Mike freaking Tyson, the guy that would whoop anyone's ass in the history of sports, no matter what. He's such a character.
I don't know.
But
I don't know about that. I've got one on my list that I think could whoop his ass.
I can guess who it is, and I've got reasons why that dude would lose to Mike freaking Tyson. Iron Mike, baby.
I don't know. I don't think you guys have a clue who is with.
I think Mike Jordy, you like cannibalism, right? Or at least people that like it. Hannibal Lecter. Mike Tyson.
Right. Hannibal Lecter.
Eats children. Didn't you say it?
Yeah.
Number one.
Wait, Mike Tyson has a podcast.
Ooh.
I want to start listening to it.
Wasn't
Eminem was recently on it? Yeah, he was recently on it. I want to
shout out to Mike Tyson's podcast.
Anyway.
We're happy to give him some support and help. So shout out to that podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, number 1, I think, is going to be controversial, not because of who it is, but of who it isn't. All right, and I'll go to bat for this dude. Number 1 is LeBron James.
Oh.
LeBron.
He's number 1.
The Frenchie.
Game over. Before we get into it, I'm sure there's shit, but I want to hear your guys' list, you know.
Yeah.
Hey,
I think we can, just to recap Chad's list. Number 6, Michael Phelps. Number 5, the big unit, Randy Johnson. One of the best nicknames in the game, by the way.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Number 4, Bo Jackson. Number 3, Jackie Robinson. Number 2, Mike Tyson. And number 1, LeBron James. Which, and that's gonna come back later, I'm sure.
Yeah, Chad, you know what? Steve Kerr, he actually called LeBron the best athlete to ever walk this planet.
Steve Kerr doesn't have much authority on the best athlete.
Yeah, he's
ever.
not even a top 6 Steve, so who cares?
No, screw him. Get out of here.
Chad, I was supporting you here. Jesus. He played with Michael Jordan.
He played with him, and listen, he coached probably the best team the NBA has seen, like, for a while, like the Warriors. They were just absolutely incredibly unstoppable.
Steve Kerr ain't no dummy.
I could have coached them to the championships that he won. I'm not, whatever.
He's
Steve
got a
Kerr,
front row seat.
Get out of here.
He knows, like, okay, and this guy beat us, at one point in 2016 when they were at their best. So, all right.
Yeah. How many championships did LeBron lose?
How many years did he quit because he wanted to go play something else? The only thing that can stop LeBron James is the quarantine going on right now.
I got someone else that can stop him.
All right, bring it on.
All right, you ready for my 6?
All right, up number 6.
All right. You're out your bumba-clot minds if he's not on your list, boy. Buckshot, boy, buckshot.
The hell?
Usain St. Leo Bolt, hailing from Jamaica. He's an 11-time world champion. He holds the world record in races for the 100 meters at 9.58 seconds and the 200 meters at 19.19 seconds. He's an 8-time Olympic gold medalist. He's a complete freak of nature, and he just absolutely shit all over his competition. Buckshot,
Yeah, that's
boy,
a good one.
buckshot.
I like him and Phelps going, like they were the main events at the past few Olympics. Yeah.
Like the past 3 Olympics.
And you knew the outcome. Like you can see he didn't always – they started at a point in the track for a lot of those races where you go around the corner, so it's hard to tell like who's winning. And then they straighten out, and it's like he just freaking
he won
flies.
with ease. He was like smiling at the finish line, like 5 steps ahead of his competitors, like smiling in the pictures when the race isn't even over.
Yeah.
I mean,
cocky. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, he ran. Good for him.
And he's got a sweet-ass middle name, Saint Leo.
Yeah.
Anyway, number 5.
He ran.
You ready for number 5?
Yeah, he ran. So, go ahead.
Yeah, he was a freak of nature, Dusty. So that's part of being an athlete.
Yeah, he's a fast
good at
runner.
exercising.
Yeah, Randy Johnson's a great pitcher. He threw a ball.
I dare you to say that to his face.
Anyway, number 5. Must be the money. Prime time, baby. Deion Sanders. Man. Probably the best cover corner in NFL history. He was freakishly fast, quick as lightning, a 2-time Super Bowl champ, 9-time first-team All-Pro as a cornerback. He was also first-team All-Pro as a kick returner and punt returner. And he played professional baseball part-time for 9 years. He was more known for his base stealing, but he had a decent bat. He was all right. And actually, in college, he played 3 sports.
Track.
He did track and field, football, and baseball.
Wow.
Yeah. Only player to ever hit a home run and score a touchdown within the same week.
Absolutely.
Talk about like being that's like athlete, pure athlete.
And another thing from college, he played the first game of a doubleheader, and then he ran a leg of the 4x100 relay. And then he returned to play the second game of the doubleheader. So, talk about versatility. That's a key component right there.
He's a good personality.
Look, my number 6 is a complete freak of nature. He shit all over his competitors.
Boring.
My number 5 is versatile, and he's also a freak of nature.
So that's the common denominator here is freak of nature.
Yeah.
So. Also, Neon Deion and Primetime, 2 of the best nicknames as well.
Neon.
So
yeah, and he had his own rap CD. I was listening to it earlier.
Cameo in Celtic Pride too.
Oh yeah, he is in Celtic Pride
at the very end. Yeah. Hey, good pick, number 4, George.
All right, number 4. All right, Chad. We could debate the greatest basketball player. Okay. And my number 4 could be number 1 on that list. And he's arguably the greatest competitor of all time. Michael Jordan, number 4, greatest athlete of all time.
Yeah, okay. I mean, that's the thing. I had him on my list. I really did.
Everybody knows his accomplishments. Okay, like I said, he's probably the best basketball player of all time. And the best competitor, probably the best leader of all time, to be honest. But the only thing holding him back is, he wasn't that physically dominating. He wasn't a freak of nature. But his drive, his leadership, his competitiveness, it was so remarkable that he deserves a spot on my list.
I mean, yeah, like I think having grown up, I was like, how old was I? 10 years old when LeBron started the league, and he's still going. I mean, like that's just as far as athleticism, you can't help but compare, because when we go through these lists, if you pick a football player and there's no other football players, are you saying like, oh, that's the greatest football player of all time? It's like, well, maybe not really. But at the same time,
there's a
we're talking
difference, I think.
athletes, so that's different, you know?
Yeah, you got to have the total package to be considered the greatest athlete, in my opinion.
So
it's not just dominating at one sport. That doesn't make you the greatest athlete. You have to have versatility, physical strength, agility, speed, power, everything combined into one.
Yeah, I just think, and longevity and stamina and all that stuff. So I just think it's hard to pick between those guys. I'm not crazy with, putting him over LeBron as far as an athlete. Like, I think that's actually the easiest argument that Michael versus LeBron people would like Michael people would admit to, would be like, yeah, LeBron's like more of a freak,
right.
He's 6'8", he can move fast, like he's insane. So, but yeah, right. Michael Jordan's not a surprise.
All right, number 3, I'm going with Jim Brown. He played 4 sports at Syracuse University. That's right, 4 sports, and he excelled at all of them. He did track, lacrosse, basketball, and football. He's actually in the Lacrosse Hall of Fame.
Who?
If you didn't know that.
Gives a shit.
Obvious. I'm telling you, Chad, it takes skill and
I was just asking
to play.
Name one person that would care. All right. Anyway, keep going because I don't know a lot about Jim Brown.
Anyway, he's obviously in the football. He's obviously in the Football Hall of Fame. He was an absolute powerhouse on the football field. He was 6'2", 232 pounds as a running back. He ran over and past his opponents with ease. Like I said, he was huge, but he was also fast for his size.
What era?
He's 3-time NFL MVP, 1-time Super Bowl champ. And I'm telling you what, at 6'2", 232 with that speed, he could have played in any era on the football field.
You even think now and he would still be...
Yeah, absolutely. They tracked his speed on Sports Science on ESPN, and he was not quite as fast as Bo Jackson, but he was up there.
Did
he was bigger.
Did teams rely on ground game way more back then? I mean,
how was he as a receiver? You don't know.
It doesn't matter. He was a running back.
I'm just saying any era. He would be. Now it's in the air.
I think he would be a good fullback. He would be a good fullback this year. He's not even a top 3 running back because you got Bo Jackson, you got Barry Sanders, who's the best, I think, that ever was the running back.
We're talking about best athletes of all time, though, guys. The total package, like we said. We're not just talking one sport.
That's true. He played lacrosse.
Sport athlete. He also played basketball.
He played intramurals.
At Syracuse? No, he didn't. He was a D1 athlete.
I played intramurals in college. That doesn't mean
track,
shit.
Lacrosse, basketball, and football. Division I in all 4 sports.
Oh, okay. Jim Brown. He's an actor, too, huh?
So do you think that being not the best in multiple sports makes you a better athlete than being the best in one, if that makes sense?
Well, look how dominating it was in football, though, Chad.
That's because
he's an NFL Hall of Famer.
That's because everyone he played against was 6 foot, 170 pounds.
Look at the size of him, though, Dusty. 6'2", 232 in the 50s and 60s.
170 pounds trying to tackle.
I mean, think about
any era.
All right.
In any era with that speed.
He's going against a bunch of people that were like Dad in high school. Dad was like 140 pounds. So they were a little bit bigger than him. And
I don't think they're as small as you think.
I do. I think he was just you're a freak of nature boy.
All right, number 2.
That's your thing. Freak of nature boy.
Yeah.
I'm a total package boy. That's what I am. All right, Chad.
Boy. Okay.
Chad, you're going to love this one. Talk about a physical specimen. He's 6'8", 250, straight out of Akron, Ohio. LeBron James.
Oh, yeah.
LeBron James.
The number 2 greatest athlete of all time. Like I said, Chad, we could do this all night, but Michael Jordan could very well be the greatest basketball player of all time.
Yeah.
But that's another topic, okay? But in terms of strictly an athlete, the total package, LeBron has him beat. He's got the power, the strength, the speed, where he can just physically dominate his opponents.
Yeah.
You know, Jordan was more savvy. Kobe was more cutthroat and clutch. I'll give him that. But LeBron is just a fucking top-tier freak of nature.
There you go. There's that
Top 6
buzzword
freaks
again.
of
Freak of
nature.
nature. Top 6 freaks of nature.
You know what? I bet you 15 years ago, if he decided to play football, he'd probably be a Hall of Fame caliber football player. I guarantee it. Guarantee it.
I'm surprised you didn't put Allen Iverson on here then.
He didn't play. He played in
Have
high
you
school.
seen
Chad.
the
He didn't play
YouTube
college
clips
football or anything.
where he was a quarterback?
That was high school football. They all look like Dusty back then.
He was pretty good.
No, but LeBron is crazy to watch because, like, no matter, just pick any year that in the NBA and like that he was in, and like he'll drive in almost like in slow motion and somehow just lay it. Like, I don't know. It's not shitty defense. Like, how do you stop that? That's one thing. Like the NBA, like people are like, they don't play defense. They don't play defense. It's like, what? Yes, first of all, yeah, they do. And how do you stop that shit? The dude's a freight train coming at you. I mean, I don't know.
He's a highly skilled basketball player, and he's a freak of nature. You combine those, you get the number 2 greatest athlete of all time. We're talking total package here. We're not talking one lane.
It's because I don't know. He's so much bigger than everybody.
And he's very talented at what he does. So you combine those 2 skill sets there, the total package comes around.
I think he's going to ruin Space Jam.
What?
I don't give a shit about Space Jam. So, number 1. All right. My number 1 is 2 through 6 combined, all into one. He was versatile, physically dominant, strong as a bull, and quick as hell. Bo Jackson.
Ooh.
The only two-sport professional all-star. He was a all-star in baseball and football.
He's a good one. I wish he wouldn't have gotten hurt.
Yeah, that was a shame. You know, that 30 for 30, it's a tearjerker. If you guys haven't seen it, go watch
Bo
it.
knows.
Yeah. Have you guys watched the Dion one too? That one's pretty sweet.
I haven't.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a Dion.
Oh, yeah. I forget what it's called. It's either called Prime Time or Neon D. I think it's called Prime Time. I don't remember. 30. That's good.
Anyway, guys, listen to this. Bo Jackson, he also had Olympic speed. He ran the 40-yard dash in 4.13 seconds.
Holy
Jesus.
Deion Sanders ran it in 4.27. So look at that difference.
But
at that size, 6'1", 6'1", 227 pounds.
Jordy,
to move that
could he
fast.
play lacrosse?
I'm sure he could if he practiced.
Okay, good answer. So I'm sure I could if I
think he. Yeah.
Look, like I said, he had it all: the strength, speed, hand-eye coordination, a cannon for a throwing arm.
Yep.
Bat speed out the ass. He ran through Brian Bosworth back in '87.
That's like manslaughter.
He made him look like a little.
Didn't
bitch.
he hit a leadoff homer in the All-Star game too? Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was just another walk in the park. For him.
I mean I think the coolest thing with him,
he's not the best
is
baseball
he freaking
player.
Like injured himself. Like his own strength hurt him because his momentum in his hips or something. Yeah. Think about that.
Oh man.
Anyway, like I said, he's not the best football player of all time. He's not the best baseball player of all time. But you get that total package out of Bo Jackson.
Would you say how would you describe him? A freak of nature.
I think you know what I'm about to say. Absolutely a freak of nature.
Okay, I figured. That's
all right. Listen.
Yeah.
I see athletes like Larry Bird, Kobe, Muhammad Ali, Tiger Woods, Magic, Gretzky, Lemieux, Jerry Rice, Phelps, Crosby, Tom Brady. They're top-notch competitors in their sports. They have the ultimate proficiency in their sports. but they don't have the total package like my top 6. I don't see them as freaks of nature. All right, Dusty, your list.
All right. Well, I will get to my list right after a word from Anchor. All right. Welcome back to the Top 6 podcast. Thank you for tuning in again. We appreciate it. So just to recap, we've got, I'll just do both lists real quick. So Chad went first because he did get the trivia
4-0.
question right. 4-0, yeah. Your day is coming. So Chad's list, top 6 athletes. Number 6, Michael Phelps. Number 5, the big unit, Randy Johnson. Number 4, Bo Jackson. Number 3, Jackie Robinson. Number 2, Mike Tyson. Number 1, LeBron James. Jordy's list. Number 6, Usain Leroy Bolt.
Buckshot boy.
Freak of Nature number 6, Usain Bolt. Freak of Nature number 5, Deion Sanders. Freak of Nature number 4, Michael Jordan. Freak of Nature number 3, Jim Brown. Freak of Nature number 2, LeBron James. Freak of Nature number 1, Bo Jackson.
Yeah. All right, you guys want to hear something that just missed the cut?
Yeah, let's hear him.
Yeah.
All right. I got the Greek freak, Giannis. I don't know his last name.
Antetokounmpo.
Akapat. Yeah, that's close, Chad. I got UFC fighter John Bones Jones. He just missed the cut.
It's a good one.
I got Russell
He just got
Westbrook.
arrested.
He's a cheater.
Yeah, he did. He fucked up again.
cheater.
He's clean now, Chad. He's
Dude,
clean.
He's a cheater.
I swear to God, I almost put Barry Bonds. I almost did. Because of his, 30 home runs and 30 stolen bases with the Pirates and just, that's insane. But then he ruined it.
All right. I also had Russell Westbrook. He's athletic as fuck. And Olympic gold medalist and former professional wrestler Kurt Angle. They missed the cut. He won an Olympic medal with
Mike
a broken
Tyson won
neck.
a freaking bout with a broken back, and the guy was like vertebrae, and he's like, no, spinal.
Final. Now final.
All right. Let's hear Dusty's.
Oh, final. All right. So I first want to say that my list, I didn't pick my number 6 until a minute before this started. So
buzzer beater.
I think it was Chad gave me the little nudge in the right direction and said, hey, pick the person that is not well represented as a sport.
Right, yeah.
On here. And I'm not going to lie. I was between this person and LeBron James.
For 6? Wow.
So first off, LeBron James is very high on both of your lists, and I would like to challenge LeBron James to a free throw shooting contest. So if he's out there, if he's bored, even if he wants to make it a virtual free throw contest, I'll go find a court, I'll film it, and we'll shoot 10 shots. I think I've got like a 78% chance of winning.
LeBron's average right
what's,
now.
What's his career?
74.4.
My average in high school was 82%.
How often did you shoot, though?
I shot like 15.
Yeah, but you have that championship from when. Oh,
3.
Geez. Whoa.
3 in a row.
Damn.
I think it was 3 in a row. It was either 2 in a row, and McNeil won once, and then I won after that. But yeah, I just feel like I could beat him. 10 shots, let's do it. So, all right. So number 6, full disclosure, LeBron James is not on my list. He got bumped. He got bumped for number 6. The most dominant tennis player ever, Serena Williams.
I was going to put her too, but then I was like, I don't care about tennis, and then I didn't.
You know what? I've always had a crush on her. I think she's gorgeous. I know she's built like a brick shit house, but I mean, she's won more Grand Slam titles than any other man or woman during the Open era.
Even more than Federer.
Yeah. She and her sister have won 14 Grand Slam doubles titles, and then they've got 3 gold medals as well. So she's just dominant. I mean, she's just amazing. I mean, she's also married to the dude that started Reddit.
Oh my God.
I think.
What a weird trivia thing.
So I know. So why don't you ask shit like that and I would know it? So yeah, number 6, Serena Williams. Also the first woman on the list. So I love the women. You guys, there's no one on your list. There's no women. No one loves women more than me.
No one hates No one hates tennis.
Not
more
impressed.
Than me, so.
Yeah, not
no,
impressed.
that's a good
Well,
pick. Seriously, as far as I bet on paper, like domination of a single sport, she might be like number 1 if you look.
I don't think so. I think my number I think my number 3 takes the cake for that. And I will get to that person. So what was I going to say? Serena Williams. So number 5 on both. Hold on. No, only on Jordy's list. So Chad didn't have this person on there. Neon Deion Sanders, baby.
Respect. Absolutely.
Yeah, that is a good pick.
Freak of nature.
That's the truth.
As mentioned before, the only player to ever hit a home run and score a touchdown within the same week. The only player to have both a reception and an interception in the Super Bowl. And one of only 2 players in NFL history to score a touchdown 6 different ways throughout his career. So, and baseball, he was good. I mean, he was good.
He was a great base stealer. His average wasn't actually too bad. It was better than Bo Jackson's career.
Who did he play for?
Yeah.
Braves?
Yeah.
He played for the Yankees. He played for Atlanta Falcons.
Yep, he played for the Yankees, Braves, Reds, and Giants.
Damn.
That's who he played for. And then the NFL, he played for the Falcons, 49ers, Cowboys, Redskins, and Ravens. So,
yeah, did I say Falcons for
baseball?
My bad.
Yeah, you dumb shit.
What are you, someone's
Neon Deion, you know. Must be the money. He was a playboy.
Those Cowboys sure know how to turn a double play.
Okay, Karen. All right. Okay, number 4 on both of your lists. Jordy, I'm surprised you had him number 1. I got Mr. Vincent Edward Bo.
Yeah, number
Jackson.
4?
Bo knows.
All right, number 4 there. So yeah, we don't need to go through his stuff. It sucks that he got hurt. The one thing that I'm going to say, someone kind of mentioned the Bo Knows advertising campaign.
Yeah.
The poster with him posing with the shoulder pads on and the baseball is iconic.
I mean, stud.
Yeah. I mean, just amazing. And also, you touched on the track and field stuff. He was a 2-time state champion in Alabama for the decathlon.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and that's how many? That's 10 events.
Yeah, you know, actually, another fact about him: he would have qualified for the 1984 Olympics in the 100-meter race.
Holy shit!
Yeah, and I bet you Deion Sanders could have been too. He had Olympic speed as well.
Wow. Good for those guys, you know.
So we're not talking just like a pitcher here throwing a ball. We're talking speed, power, agility, hand-eye coordination, the total
intimidation.
package.
What's their intimidation level? Bo Jackson is pretty high. Deion's is flashy. Probably got inside people's heads a lot. But Randy Johnson,
absolutely. He's probably a great shit talker on the field.
And you look down at that mustache, and you might die. Like, you might.
Marquise Grissom hit a home run in the All-Star game against the big unit. He's like 5'4".
Wait, he did? Wait, it was off of Randy Johnson?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Well, here's the deal. I don't think it was a skilled swing, though, because I'm pretty sure it snuck in the right field foul pole. It was a scared swing, and he ended up hitting a home run off of it.
Still counts. Still a home run.
That's crazy. I didn't even know that. Wow.
Yeah. So Randy Johnson, I mean, Randy, intimidation. Yeah. I mean, he's 6'10".
Yeah.
I mean, he looked like a big old hot dog with a mustache standing out there.
Dude, he
Hot
made a
dog with a
bird
mullet.
explode.
I know.
And they tried to recreate it on that one sports science show, and they couldn't do it. They were like shooting like raw turkeys.
Ew.
They couldn't.
Oh, that's funny.
You're
All
at
right.
number
So
three. You're number 3.
where are we, boys? We're at number 3. Okay. So here's where I feel like if you guys know who this is, I'll be impressed. I'm going to have to give you some education here. Okay. Are you guys aware who Cale Sanderson is?
I don't. No.
I don't.
Okay. The only collegiate wrestler to ever go undefeated in his whole 4 years.
Oh, okay. For Iowa State.
159-0 from 1998 to 2002. 4 conference titles, 4 national titles, 4 NCAA tournament most outstanding wrestler awards, 3 Hodge trophies, which the Hodge trophy is given to the nation's best wrestler. I don't think he won it when he was a freshman, but the most consecutive wins by a single wrestler, gold medal at the 2004 Athens Olympic Games. And that's just his collegiate career in the Olympic gold medal. So the other reason I put him on here is because not only was he an awesome collegiate athlete, he teaches kids now at Penn State. He's their coach. They've won 8 national championships since 2010. Since he got there and has coached them. He's only 40 years old. So he's going to continue to coach and rack up those championships. I think that adds to his legacy as an athlete because not only can he can teach.
In one sport.
He would kick the shit out of Mike Tyson.
No, he would not
1980s
standing up,
Mike
not
Tyson?
at boxing.
No,
Not at boxing, no way.
It's a
Tyson
street
would knock his ass out.
street fight. He wouldn't be able to touch him.
No. If they're both like 10 feet away
If
from each
Tyson
other,
got a hold of him
standing
and
in their
he would
prime,
knock him out.
and you said fight, that dude would be sleeping in like.
No, highly doubt it.
Look, besides Bo and Dion, you're looking at just one sport
I don't mean to talk
of
shit
dominance.
on that guy.
Look at
You're not taking into account like running, jumping, coordination, agility, stamina, all that. Like LeBron, he's way more athletic than Gale Sanders, whatever you said. Whatever.
No. Cale Sanderson, 159-0.
Here's the thing.
Didn't lose.
I don't want to talk shit on this guy because I probably live.
Kurt Angle. Kurt
like-
Angle's more impressive than him.
Kurt Angle's not
live
more
like
impressive
15
than him.
minutes away.
Yes, he is. He won an Olympic medal with a broken freaking neck.
How many times did Kurt Angle lose at Clarion, for Christ's
Can
sake?
he do a shooting star press?
I guarantee he can. Did you ever see him?
Why didn't he get into professional wrestling then?
Because he'd rather teach and do a more meaningful job than
I'd
professional
put
wrestling.
Brock Lesnar over that guy. He
Oh,
was good at wrestling, UFC, and WWE.
Brock Lesnar can't even put a fucking sentence together.
It doesn't matter. He's a great athlete.
He can barely eat pudding.
Here's the thing. Okay, I don't want to talk shit on that guy because he probably lives 48 minutes away from me, and he'll throw me around my own.
Oh
home.
yeah, guaranteed.
But I will defend Mike Tyson and say that can this dude go 12 rounds? Like boxing isn't just bam, bam, bam.
He wouldn't-
Like
I don't think he'd have to.
lasting a long time.
Not if you're getting your ass twisted and turned around and
He's-
putting moves.
How many times
Tyson
did he get punched in the
winds
face during his
up
whole career?
Multiple.
By a freaking Mike Tyson punch.
Wonder what his 40-yard dash time is.
I don't think he would
Or
get
like
touched. I don't think he'd get touched by Mike Tyson.
Dude, Mike Tyson's insane.
159-0. How many fights did Tyson win? 50?
Yeah.
Ugh. This guy won.
Dusty, does
Sanderson.
it take coordination? Does it take coordination to wrestle?
I think it does. Yeah.
I want to know the
I
length
don't
of
think it
time
does,
each
Dusty.
competed.
Coordination. Really? Coordination.
You give him a basketball, what's he going to do with it? He's going to be fumbling all around the place.
He's going to punt the shit out of it and go wrestle.
You got to have the total package as an athlete. Hand-eye coordination, agility, speed, power, everything.
Anyway,
just strictly wrestler isn't going to have all that.
159-0. 159-0.
Yeah, he's impressive as an amateur wrestler, but
medal. Number 2, Michael Jordan.
Oh, boy. Oh, I have the flu, and I'm going to go. Wow.
The reason I didn't put LeBron on here is because he bitches way too much. He looks like a little bitch every time he plays.
This isn't about number after 1. The whistle, after the buzzer. We're talking about game time.
It's my list. It's my list, and I don't put bitches on my list.
You put uncoordinated wrestlers on your list.
Oh, you better watch your mouth. You're going to get your ass snapped by someone,
that dude
especially
probably,
McCain.
Lifted the Limp Bizkit back in the day.
So did I.
He probably did.
Nothing wrong with that, Chad. I did it.
All right, guys, let's see you shit on my number 1. I dare you.
I bet you I will.
I don't know if you will or not. So my number 1, the youngest person on anyone's list, also the shortest. Total package. Talk about probably the most athletic human being I've ever seen in my life, Simone Biles.
They get gymnastics. Yeah, she's great at that. Yeah, I'll give it that. But
it's not just what does gymnastics involve?
It involves flipping around like crazy.
Exactly.
You got to have strength. You got to have strength and coordination and agility, stamina.
So you're telling me the only athletic measure that you're willing to put out there is with a ball, like a sport with a ball?
No, Mike Tyson.
No, not necessarily. Yeah, I'd say Mike Tyson deserves to be on the list more than her.
There's better boxers than Floyd Mayweather's a better boxer than Mike Tyson.
Dude, no. Why? Record? Are you going just off a
boxer?
No.
Yeah, you gotta.
Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali's not as good as Mayweather then.
No, Floyd Mayweather, and that I'm pretty sure that Tyson Fury guy would kick the shit out of Mike Tyson as well.
1985.
He's like 6'10". He's like I bet you Randy Johnson would beat Mike Tyson.
If they had 60 feet 6 inches and Randy Johnson had one baseball.
So listen, guys. Listen, okay? Simone Biles. She's got 30 Olympic and World Championship medals. 2016 Summer Olympics. She won individual gold medals in the all-around, the vault and floor, bronze in the balance beam, and as a part of the U.S. team, they won gold. Okay? You can't tell me when you look at her, LeBron James couldn't do the stuff that she does.
I understand.
You could also flip that, though.
As far as doing something human beings aren't
it's just not as competitive as the other sports.
It is absolutely, you can't take any of that away from her for sure.
Right, I agree.
She's clutch. She won gold medals when it mattered the most. She's had 4 new moves named after just her. So at the history of gymnastics, she's setting the bar moving forward for people to try to match the moves that she's come up with. And you just don't make a move up for fun. Okay. The International Gymnastics Federation has to take that move and determine if she performed them clean enough to get the title of her last name as that move. So people are going to be striving years down the road to perform the Biles 1 or Biles 2 or Biles 3, Biles 4. That shit doesn't happen very often. It's well documented that every Olympian has said that she's the best Olympic athlete that's ever graced this world. Last I checked, LeBron was an Olympic athlete. He played in the basketball tournament. Same with Michael Jordan, the Dream Team.
I don't know. I think that you have to take the sport into account. Like okay, when everybody,
That's what I was
everybody
saying.
played,
Like gymnastics,
not everybody, but pretty much everyone played basketball and baseball. Most played football, but like when you're a kid, you play that shit in like 4th, 5th grade. You have to like get special classes, training, go to private things to do gymnastics. Like it's like a paid.
it's a
So
privileged
like
sport. You have to have
the
privilege to
pool
be
is a
part
lot
of
smaller.
gymnastics.
So like there's probably someone out there in the world at some point since Simone Biles has done her thing who probably could have been better than her. But there is no one
I
that could have
doubt
been
it.
better than LeBron during his time because they would have come up.
I
The pool's
I
too
disagree.
small.
I'd like to see.
Yeah, I think gymnastics is a smaller lane. Gymnastics.
I'd like to
is a
see.
small
I don't
lane.
think it is because
It's not as competitive.
you have to do so much. You don't just run and do a forward roll on a mat. Do you see all the flips and shit that she does?
Yeah, it's impressive.
It's the best any
But-
gymnastics person has ever done, ever.
Okay, but you know, there might be some girl somewhere that could have done it better.
There might be someone that's as good as
I
LeBron
doubt
James at
That's
basketball.
less of a chance because it's a bigger pool.
Well, the pool for gymnastics is pretty big. I mean, the U.S. is pretty big, and they pull the best gymnasts in. Every little kid does gymnastics. It's not a privileged sport. Are you serious?
I wouldn't say privileged.
I could go get Jackie.
Like,
Well,
yeah, I know.
Jordan said
You
it
made
was
it. Jordan made it sound
privilege.
like that's like the sport they do on the top floor of the
Like,
Titanic only.
Tennis is privileged.
Yeah, tennis is a privileged sport.
Okay,
So is golf and
exactly.
hockey. I don't know. I just think it's a small lane. There's not enough, not that big of an impact, really, compared to football, basketball, baseball, boxing, mixed martial arts.
So, do you want your daughter to be more like Simone Biles or LeBron James?
I'll let Jordy answer. I don't know. LeBron.
LeBron.
Wait, okay. This is hard.
Why?
Athleticism is a hard word to pin down because, like, how much is the sport involved? You know what I mean?
Hey, I'll stop now if we go ahead and put LeBron number 1 and Simone Biles number 2.
No, Bo Jackson
yeah, Bo
has to be
Jackson
ahead of her,
at
ahead
least.
of Biles. He's a two-sport all-star. I mean, he's a freak of nature.
I'm going to say that Simone Biles should be number 2 and Bo Jackson number 1 then.
No, I'd put Bo number 1, yeah.
Jordy. Dude. No, he's
What?
trying to bait you into getting rid of LeBron altogether.
No, LeBron's number 2.
My gosh.
I would do LeBron number 2. If Bo Jackson had a full career, I think he's the best athlete that has ever walked the earth.
He
Has
still
ever
is, even if it was
roamed
cut short.
planet
but
Earth.
imagine if LeBron put on a pair of shoulder pads and laced up some cleats.
He would
The
get
damage he could have done.
he would get hurt first game.
wouldn't.
First game.
Everybody gets hurt in football.
Guarantee Simone Biles would strap it on and catch a touchdown pass.
No, she wouldn't.
I think she would. She's only 4'8", but it doesn't matter.
Simone Biles should be on the list because she, like, I was gonna say. Here's what I was gonna say to argue this. Like the Cirque du Soleil people, like they're athletic as shit, but you know,
They're not in the
I know.
Olympics,
But also,
though.
I think she can do everything.
Maybe some of them
they
have
could
been.
do
It could be
even
former
better
Olympic
still.
athletes.
So yeah, I mean,
She's not going any lower than 3. My research.
She's not on either one of our lists.
I don't care. I get control. I can just put it.
I don't know. It doesn't work like that, Chad, does it?
Yeah, it does. We get to revisit it later
Bo
on.
Jackson, then LeBron, and
then Simone Biles. You gotta represent the women out there.
Simone Biles.
They're gonna be
wouldn't able to
pissed.
do any of that without Jackie Robinson, though. I just wanted to say that I don't think he should be on the the list full of freaks of nature because
I think Dion should be on the list.
So do I. I think Dion should be on the list.
Mike Tyson
and Michael Jordan too.
What?
No, he's not as good
Dude,
as
the sport
Jordan
of
and
boxing is,
Dion.
Jordy,
No
you
way,
would agree.
Chad.
It's both a marathon and just an all-out like sprint of just physical endurance and pain.
Chad, I'd
Why?
probably put Muhammad
Why?
Ali above Tyson, to be honest with you. Look, he wasn't the most physically dominating, but he outsmarted his opponents, like George Foreman. George Foreman was a brick shit house. He was built like Bo Jackson. Yeah, the rope-a-dope. He absolutely wore out George Foreman. Then he knocked his ass out in the 8th round. He had the smarts.
Dude, Mike Tyson lost to Buster fucking Douglas.
Had like problems he had to deal with, though. So he won with a broken back, spinal.
Look, plus Chad, I'm pretty sure they're both heavyweights, Tyson and Ali. Ali had such a bigger reach than Tyson.
No, because Tyson's here's how he fought. He got in. He got inside of you. He got inside of you and just went off.
I feel like that boxing match would have been over before they even went to the ring because Ali would have coaxed Tyson into doing something stupid at the weigh-in or something.
He would have gotten his head
to not even make it to the ring.
Yeah, Ali's probably the best shit talker of all time. He would have gotten
because Tyson wouldn't have understood it. So listen, a boxer has to be on the list because boxing is just a pure test of athleticism. You stand up and shadow box during a boxing match, you'll die.
Chad,
no,
I'd say MMA should be
12
ahead of that. It combines everything.
Are you kidding me?
Kickboxing, wrestling, jiu-jitsu.
Sanderson would beat them both.
Floyd Mayweather, honestly,
beat who?
Proved why MMA is not as much of a long-term test as boxing. I like MMA more than boxing. I do. But boxing, they're like carrying freaking kettlebells on their hands because they're not built to protect your head. They're built to protect your hands. So they're just concussion machines over and over again for like an hour. Whereas in MMA, you got shorter rounds. Maybe not shorter rounds, but less rounds. Immediate ref stoppage. I mean, dude,
we shouldn't even be talking about MMA right now because didn't somebody? Oh yeah, the one that missed the cut was John Jones and Cale Sanderson. If you put them in a ring, and Floyd Mayweather or Mike Tyson has to defend themselves against a takedown, the quickness, the strength. These little guys in wrestling are strong as shit. Like, you guys don't realize that.
What weight class was he in?
He went from 174 and ended his career at 197.
Okay. Now, Jones versus that guy
in a wrestling match,
who would win?
Wrestling?
Or just a fight, street fight. Just say a street fight.
What does it matter, though? Because, like, that's not – like, they would both beat up Serena Williams. That's not even the question, though. Like, who has their own freaking video game?
I don't know about that.
Impact. Right. Who did more in their sport? And, like,
Dion and Michael Jordan.
Why does Michael Jordan have to make the list? He's a great basketball player. But there's better athletes.
Chad, you've seen him play before. Look at that athleticism that he's shown.
Okay, what? LeBron James won. Wait, is he number one?
I'm not going. James is number one. He's number one.
Jackson won.
Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson number one. Simone Biles number
LeBron two.
What?
LeBron James.
Simone Biles number 3 because we have to have a woman there.
Okay. No. Wait. What? No. LeBron 2. Is that what you said? Simone 3.
Yeah.
All right. So who's 4?
You got to put Michael Jordan or Dion at 4.
Dion at 4.
2-sport athlete. All right.
I'm only going to
Actually,
get
3.
one on this freaking list, guys.
Usain
Right.
Bolt, all he does is
Yeah.
run.
No,
So he's not in.
Look how dominating he was, though. Buckshot boy.
Jim Brown would be a halfway decent fullback today.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he only ran over 170-pound farm boys.
How many sports did he play?
I'm thinking Cale Sanderson, number
Dude.
5.
I've never even heard of this guy.
Yeah, he has no impact. Nobody knows who he is.
Yeah.
Are you serious? Do you guys even watch? Like, I think you guys would appreciate the wrestling NCAA tournament better than the basketball
I don't like
tournament.
the basketball tournament.
So much
I'd
more.
say Kurt Angle's more athletic than him.
So much more entertaining.
Kurt Angle's more athletic than that guy.
No, he's not. This guy is
he is.
the only collegiate wrestler ever to go to. He didn't lose a match ever.
Yeah, he's dominating in one sport, in that sport.
Floyd
Exactly.
Mayweather
He's a great athlete overall.
Just like Michael Jordan and LeBron James are dominating.
Floyd Mayweather. Why not put
I've
him
never
above
lost
him?
a trivia
Because he's a
question.
bitch.
Put me on there.
You will.
Oh man, you guys are just blowing right by.
So what number is Dion?
Blows my mind.
He's not even. I don't know if he's a top 6 boxer.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, he is. He's top 6 boxer.
He could punch through Cale, whatever the fuck his name is.
He wouldn't be able to touch him, though. That's the thing. Just hold on. I'll tweet an image of Cale Sanderson out. Okay.
I'm sure he's gonna look like.
Then you'll be able to tell.
Can he even catch a football?
Guaranteed he can.
With this
got
guy,
2 hands.
If I drove to State College and went to his house, and I knocked, I don't.
He would
I knocked
welcome
on his door. And I
house
was like, "Do you think you in your prime more athletic than Mike Tyson in his prime?" What would he say? Oh my!
Yeah,
probably looked up to
athletic. Yeah, guaranteed. Guaranteed.
Dude, that guy in round 10 of a boxing match in his prime would have been heaving on the ground.
He wouldn't get the round 10 because he would pin Mike Tyson
during a Mike
in
Tyson
the
match,
first
he would,
minute.
if he stood up in his living room and just started shadow boxing, if you try that,
he would take him down because Tyson wouldn't be looking for the takedown.
I'm saying
he wouldn't even know what a takedown is.
Is a lot harder than wrestling. 100%. It's harder than any sport. It's harder than MMA.
I doubt it. Dude, I tried to wrestle when I was in 6th grade and I couldn't do it.
I'm just saying. I don't think that dude's number 5.
All right, what's the list so far?
I don't think Mike Tyson's number 5. So let's put Michael Jordan at number 5 and go for number 6.
I picked Michael Jordan in 1994 and 95. The baseball player for number 6.
Hey, at least he tried to play baseball. At least he gave it the shot.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, totally. It was worth it. Didn't he come back as number 45 and just get crushed by the Orlando Magic in the playoffs?
Yeah, they lost in the playoffs that year, but then he came back and won, 3 more titles?
Yeah, but he couldn't sniff the
like
second
3 more
round without
MVPs,
Scottie Pippen. So. I saw someone tweet that once. It was
wow.
It was like an argument between Pippen and
retweet it. Look
MJ
it up
versus LeBron, and someone replied like, "MJ couldn't even sniff the second round without Pippen."
Top 6 pod. You got to retweet that.
I'm just telling you, Cale Sanderson should be number 6. Trust me.
Jordy? Who do you have on your list? Because I don't think I love Randy Johnson, the big unit.
I got Buckshot Boy. I got you saying St.
No,
Leo.
Before that, you put him at number 6.
No.
Yeah, I got Dion,
Michael Jordan, Jim Brown, LeBron, and Bo Jackson.
Is Dion on the list right now?
Dion's on the list. Dion's number 4.
Jordan,
Okay.
you're letting. I made my case for Mike Tyson.
Chad?
I don't know what else to say.
11-time world champion
Okay, no. I mean,
he holds the world
Jordy,
record
we need to
for the
unite
100 and 200.
to not let. I'll
8-time
let
Olympic
Michael
gold
Jordan.
medalist.
Okay, Michael Jordan, number 5.
Chad, Usain Bolt.
I'm pretty sure
we're
I
going for number
out as
6.
number 5. I almost put him in there. So number 6, Jordy.
Chad, I got.
Yeah, but you
I
would
got
put Mike
Usain
Tyson
Bolt
above
at
Usain
number
Bolt,
6.
right?
I wouldn't athlete wise.
Athletic wise, Usain Bolt, Chad. I'm sorry.
Why?
Guys,
Like I said, 11-time world champ. He holds 2 world records still. He set them in 2009.
let's
I don't
do
think anybody's going to come close to that. That's probably more impressive than winning in wrestling, in collegiate wrestling. We're talking worldwide record here. 2 world records. Usain
What
Bolt.
about Michael Phelps?
He blew away his competition.
He has
with
more
ease.
golds than anybody.
No.
23
I'd put
gold
Michael
medals.
Phelps above that wrestler.
He swims in
He
freaking
doesn't just
water, for
swim.
Christ's sake.
He dominates.
That guy wrestles on a mat.
So did Cale Sanderson,
Yeah, he wrestles on a mat.
which is against another human being.
Usain Bolt runs against many human beings
Yeah,
at once.
but he just runs.
Cale Sanderson just wrestles.
You don't think wrestling takes skill?
You don't think running that fast takes skill? 11-time world
I don't.
champ?
I don't.
2 world records?
I don't think it takes skill. It takes a lot of luck, to be honest.
No. You got to do a lot of training, a lot of preparation.
Yeah,
Here,
right.
guess what?
You can't
I
just
have a
get up
sport
and just
that's
start running.
More intriguing than both of those. Something that's a marathon, getting tortured, and playing chess all at the same time, and it's called boxing. But
I'd say, yeah, boxing is harder than wrestling, I would say.
How do you figure? I don't
Dustin,
get that.
Next time
I don't get that
there's
logic.
Any kind of boxing match, just Google YouTube a boxing match. That's like 12 rounds.
I know what boxing
Every
is.
time they get up, you get up.
How
And
many
every
rounds
time,
is
like, just shadow
wrestling?
box. And then sit down only when they sit down. And then get up when they get up. And just do that for the entire time. And you're going to be dead. It's an insane workout.
How many rounds is it? How many rounds is a typical wrestling
Okay,
match?
multiply that
3
by 4.
rounds.
And
How many minutes a round?
But you're going. I don't get your. Who gives a shit? I'm not going to make you wrestle somebody in your living room for 3 minutes,
dude, boxing is harder than wrestling. It is. You're getting punched in the face constantly.
I think
unless
that
you're good like Mike Tyson and you can
I think
punch
that's an
harder.
opinion, and your argument is very weak. Mike Tyson was never on a
Yeah,
Wheaties
but he's got
box.
his own video game and he's been in The Hangover. Everyone knows who he is.
Are you sure? Has he been on a Wheaties box?
Mike Tyson
he
was
has.
never on a Wheaties box. Muhammad Ali.
Punch
He
out.
has his own
You-
video
it's
game, though.
almost
Mike Tyson
impossible to
Punch-Out,
beat.
knockout,
'Cause he's
whatever it's called.
Extremely difficult. He beats himself when he loses. So the fact, like his, yeah, it's that again. It's
He lost to Buster Douglas. Cale Sanderson didn't lose to anybody.
I'd say let's take account the cultural impact here.
Exactly.
Mike Tyson has him beat.
That's
To
to
everyone
everyone
else,
you guys, yeah.
He's more notorious. You take a poll of all Americans.
You guys need to open up your minds a little bit. You're picking people that every other
I didn't even
person
pick
in
Michael
America
Jordan.
would pick. Open your mind a little bit.
You didn't pick LeBron James.
Open up your mind a little bit. Cale Sanderson. Chad, I'll sick him after you. He doesn't live too far from you.
You know, Dusty, he ain't the total package, though, like I was talking about.
159 and 0.
Yeah, he's dominant at one sport. I'll give him that.
All right, this is getting way too long. No one's at number 6.
I
To be
wanna see what
determined.
Twitter says
We'll
about
come
this.
back to it.
All right, I'll put a poll together.
All right.
We'll let the
We need a
Twitter folks
placeholder, though,
decide.
until then.
Who are you going to put on there? Usain Bolt? You're going to put Usain Bolt, Tyson, and Cale?
Yeah.
Do a Twitter poll. That's
All right.
perfect.
All right, we'll do a Twitter poll.
Buckshot
We'll
boy.
see what happens.
Bumbaclat.
It'll be
You're out your bumbaclat mind.
all right. So just to Jesus, that went
not that
way
long.
too long. But I feel like Cale Sanderson's going to surprise you guys. Look him up.
I don't think so.
Look
This
him up.
episode
Culture
went about as
yourselves.
long as a boxing match. I'm already tired. I've just been sitting here.
Oh,
I ain't tired. Shit. All right, so let's just recap the ultimate top 6 athletes list. Number 6 is to be determined. We're leaving that up to a Twitter poll. Everybody listening, go on and vote for Cale Sanderson. Number 5, Michael Jordan.
Buckshot boy, Usain Bolt.
Michael Jordan, number 5. Number 4, Dion Prime Time
Must be the money.
Sanders.
Must be the money.
Number 3, Simone Biles. Give it up. Number 2, LeBron James.
Woo, LeBron.
Number 1, Bo Jackson. All freaks of nature. Thank you guys so much for listening. You know what? Our dad gave us his top 6 list earlier in the day. I might actually use that recording and throw that at the end.
Please do.
And that way we've got some content at the end there. I think that's a pretty good idea where we keep doing some towards the end. And other than that, boys, I'm excited actually to see our first Twitter poll. So
yeah, I can't wait. I want to see those results.
You know who?
Wait, how long are you going to have it running for? 24 hours?
I probably do it for I don't know. Maybe we should do it for a week.
All right, if you can, sure.
I'll see how long we can do it. At least for a couple days. You can bet your sweet asses my research assistant's going to be voting for Cale Sanderson.
Cale who? Because that might win actually.
Culture yourselves. Do some research. Look them up. I think you'll be impressed.
All right, bros.
All right, fellas. Chad, did you bring your guitar today or no?
Negative. I do not see it.
Yeah. I'll send you out. I'll send you guys out. You ready?
All right, go ahead.
Buckshot boy, buckshot, buckshot.
Oh my.
What's up, guys? This is Dustin. Thank you so much for listening. Much appreciated. So we ended up doing a Twitter poll. We did it. It's been out for two and a half days now. So we're calling it. Usain Bolt got around 56% of the votes, I believe. Cale Sanderson got 29%, and Mike Tyson got 11%. So we put it out there on Facebook too, but the overwhelming response was Usain Bolt. So Jordy's number 6 top athletes, Usain Bolt. We are going to leave you with our father Mark Bernard's top 6 athletes list. Enjoy. And yes, this is Steve Winwood playing.
My top 6 are Roberto Clemente, Jim Brown, number 3, Michael Jordan, number 4, Sam Huff, number 5, Lawrence Taylor, and number 6, Wayne Gretzky. My favorite race car driver is Bill Elliott.